Dead Dreams, and I was working on it and I lost track of time and didn't realize that I have something big coming on that's coming up Saturday, so look forward to that. I want to talk about certain things. I want to talk about this important people in my life because they are where I am today. I might only have 53 subscribers at this moment, but I feel like I need to talk to them, talk about them. Besides my mom, obviously. My mom was probably one of the most supportive human beings on the planet. She has gone with me through changing my majors 3 times. She has gone with me through bad breakups. She's gone with me through everything. And I really appreciate that so much. Besides my mom and my dad has also been the one guy who I could always talk to about anything and everything. I have 4 people left in my family I want to talk about. If none of you will know this, but I am the youngest of 5. My oldest is my brother, who is 46 at this point. 45, sorry. 45. He's 23 years older than me. And it's a brother sandwich. It's brother, then sister, 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 brother. As my thing is not on the camera. Good. There we go, fixed it. And so, why am I talking about this right now? Is because I feel like I need to. These 4 people have helped me grow in so many different ways. I have developed such a nice personality that comes from them, and I love them very much. So if my sisters Shannon, Kate, Aaron, and Sammy are watching this, I love them very much, and they are some of the best things that ever happened to me, especially when I was growing up. When I was younger, I didn't really get to experience them as much as they experienced each other due to the fact that I was a wee lad when they all started moving out, except for my sister Sammy. Sammy and I grew up together until I was, I think, in high school or in middle school. I don't remember. Sorry, I opened the Dr. Pepper. Delicious. And with that being said, I love them very much, and in everything that's been happening, I haven't been to see them as much because they all live in different states. They all have their own lives to take care of, and I love them very much. And I'd love to see them pretty soon. And even taking a drive out there would probably do the soul good sometimes. And now I gotta talk about 6 friends, I think. Five. It'll go in order of Gabe, James, Grayson, Hannah, and Liz. And so, we'll start with Gabe. Gabe and I have been friends for years. Him and I, when we first started talking, were never really close due to the fact, just because of our age difference and stuff. But now he's been in videos with me. If anyone knows him as a Twitch streamer, Garrison, he's there too. And just the fact that he just keeps coming over, he's been helping me through this whole thing. He's been giving me advice to continue on where I am. He might be younger than me, but he is way smarter than me in every single way. And I love him dearly. James is my all-time best friend. He came into our school around 7th grade, and him and I hung out a couple times, but I never consider him as a friend, because when you're new to the school, you don't really get to know someone. It was near the end of summer, and then we were switching to high school. I really got to know him my junior and senior year of high school, and after that we hung out every single day since. Basically, sometimes I get tired of him, as you can see when I get cranky and yell at him, calling him an idiot and stuff, but I know he's always there for me. No matter what, I know he's always there for me. And that's amazing. Grayson is probably the weirdest dude you'll ever meet, but in such a good way. He's got such a kind heart, and he's got such a good life. He wants to, I don't know if he probably doesn't mind me talking about this. He wants to be a game designer, and I'm going to be playing all of his games no matter what I do, because that's where I'm at. I want to support my friends, and he has always been the jokester of our group. He's been the random ass motherfucker who just does whatever the hell he wants. And maybe I'm going to circle back to talk about my other siblings, because I just realized I didn't really talk about them that much. Where was I? Grayson. Yeah. And he was the guy who I would always talk to, because he'd he might be insane, but he's got like the most level head out of all of us. And that's the things that sometimes I need. And he always kept me straight. He always kept me going. And he was there for me. Like all of these friends have been there for me when I need them, and I really appreciate that. And they've always been supporting me. They've been watching the videos. They have been giving me comments and feedback. The next one is probably one of my biggest supports, and it's Hannah. Hannah's my girlfriend of almost a year now. And when I told her my ideas when I first wanted to start, she said, let's do it. Let's figure out a way to do it. And luckily, she let me use part of her house as a recording studio all the way over here. And it's been amazing. She is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And I very much care for her. So with that, that's basically Hannah. She's always watching my videos. She's always laughing at me. She's always making sure I'm okay. And that's awesome. And now we're going to talk about my last friend, Liz. Liz has been my friend since high school. She was 2 years ahead of me. And if you guys know marching band, she was a field commander. She was the only person in high school who could tell me what to do, because I'm very much the person who doesn't listen. I never listen. I always do my own thing, because that's who I am. I like doing my own thing no matter what. I've always been that obnoxious person who doesn't listen, who doesn't follow directions, and she was the one there, and we just recently started talking again, and it felt like nothing's changed, and she gives me full support no matter what, and she's an amazing friend. She's become a sister to me, and I love it. We talk so much, and I always feel like I can't hide things from any of my friends, because that's not who I am. I believe it's better to talk about things and other things like that. So we're going to go, now I'm going to talk about my siblings again. I'm going to go from oldest to youngest. Shannon has been my big bro for as long as I can remember. He's always the one who texts me, and he always makes sure I'm okay. He gave me the idea of building my own PC at one point. He's giving me all of his specs, even though he bought a PC instead. He was just giving me the specs of his PC, and he was always really good with that. He's always really good at making sure that like everything's good and everything, and I love that dearly. My sister Erin, who is the second oldest, she has a whole family right now. She's got a nice husband. She's got nice kids. And sometimes she lives in states over. I'm not going to say the specific state. But with that, I'm actually going to move my camera like this so I can talk. When I feel the one regret I have is not being able to watch my nieces and nephews grow up, because we're so far away that I don't have the chance and or the money to fly out to see them anytime soon. And especially now, because I don't want to be quarantined for 2 weeks. I have work to do. And so she has always been almost a sword for me, and I always appreciated that. She's basically the mom. She's probably been the mom the longest. And now we're going to probably talk about Kate. Kate's the middle sister, and her and I have been through lots together. We always love to dick around, and it was always really fun to just do, because we're siblings. I mean, she was the one who always played video games with me. If I ever asked her, we would play through game after game, because I was younger and all I wanted to do was play video games. I didn't fully understand what we were supposed to do like as adults, because adults do other shit, and that's harder, because when you're 8 or 9, you just love one thing and you just want to keep doing that one thing over and over again. Mine was video games, as I'm here right now. Fuck. So with that, her and I one day sat down, we played all through Castle Crashers, like every single level, and we beat every single level in one day. We like sat there and played 6 hours. And even now, like, we talk as much as I can, as much as I'm available to talk, and as much as she's available to talk, because she's off living a great life. Then we have Sammy. Sammy's the one I've grown up with. She was the one that we had such an argumentative relationship at first, but now we have become super close. And she's got 3 kids too, and it makes me happy that I get to watch them grow up, because they live in the area where I live, so I get to see them all the time. And her and I have been coming closer. We're silly together. We get to We make fun of people. She has been there for the grandma incidents where we have to literally escape from her house. We can make a horror game out of it if we really wanted to. It's almost like Granny sometimes. I just compared my grandma to Granny. She's a lovely lady most of the time. And I just want to say I really appreciate all of them, and I couldn't probably do this without them, because if I ever felt failure, or I feel like I couldn't do anything, they'd always be like, you can do it. You can keep going. So that was my video. So thank you so much for watching. The devil's in the detail. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.